Okay, kind of a rainy day here in Southern California, but I want to expand a little bit more on the video I did yesterday about liberalism and crony capitalism. If you ask most people that are conservatives that listen to conservative talk radio, they'd say the main problem with the economy in the United States is that too much government. Government has killed the jobs. Government has killed small business with regulations and done a lot of things to inhibit business through government intervention. Whereas I believe most of the reason that jobs are going overseas, pay scales are gone down, isn't because of liberalism and government intervention. It's more because of crony capitalism. And it's really kind of it's really something that's hidden in plain view. That the corporations are the majority of the wealth in this country, the majority of the wealth in the world. And if you don't believe me, if you don't believe what I'm saying, just look at the distribution of wealth in this country. If it was liberalism that was causing the government or causing all this problem, there would be a wider distribution of wealth in this country. But if you look at the wealth in this country, it's held by very, 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 very few people. Less than 1/10%. And the reason of that is because those are the crony capitalists. Those are the people that control the major corporations that control most of the wealth in this country. So really what's going on in our country is crony capitalism, of which very few people control most of the wealth, and then they don't distribute it with the rest of the people. In liberalism, the government controls most of what goes on, and then it distributes it out to more people through more distribution programs like welfare programs, unemployment programs for people to buy houses, programs for people to do things. That's the difference between crony capitalism and liberalism. I mean, not that liberalism's the answer, it's not, and it's a long way from it. But what really is not the answer, and what really is not going to make things better, is the crony capitalism. The crony capitalists will take advantage of you much quicker than the liberals will, and they will take advantage of everybody. And like I say, they're soulless. The crony capitalists, once major corporations get in charge, they destroy everything. If you want to see an example of that, just look at the food industry. We used to have healthy food in this country. We have not healthy food in this country. If you look at, and this is easy to find out on YouTube. I don't know how, I'm not an expert in this area, but I just watch a lot of YouTube videos on nutrition. Eating most of the fast food in our country is not healthy. But the major corporations control that food, that chain of food. So when you get a hamburger, and it's mostly something beyond, meat or, regular tissue that you use to make a hamburger, it's something else. It's a filler. It's something else. It's something else. That's what the crony capitalists have done. They have, destroyed the food in our country, and because they have a formula for profits, they have deteriorated the food to where it doesn't have much nutrition anymore. That's a perfect example of crony capitalism, where they control the fast food industry to the point that you really get crappy food. And in this country, you really got to struggle to find good food to eat. Struggle to be in, if you're in a real rural area or a remote area, you're probably not getting the healthiest food in the world, especially if you're eating out all the time, because the grocery stores don't have the best food because they're small grocery stores. You don't grow it on the farm anymore. I mean, I lived on a farm for 30 years. The food, unless you have your own little garden and then you got to put things away for the winter, you don't get the best food off the farm. You're getting what you're growing is your commercial farming. You're growing grain, and maybe have some beef or some cattle or something like that, or some chickens or hogs or something like that. But as far as the nutrition you're receiving from, nutrition from the stores, like good fresh fruits and stuff like that, that ain't, it's not very good, especially out on the farm. So anyway, I got a train coming. It's probably going to have to end this video because this is going to make a lot of noise here in just a few minutes. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thank you.